Hey, and welcome to another episode of Full Metal Random. We're doing the Star Wars match. It's super early in the morning for me, but there's a reason for that. We've got a couple of European people here, which it's time difference, yay! But we've got a great panel of people here. We've got David Garcia. David, how's it going?
Well, great, as great as it can be without leaving the house, but, watching Star Wars, focusing on the league, fan leagues, the community, so good.
And also here, we've got Dave Goodger. Dave, how's it going?
Yeah, really well, thank you. It's best as can be in circumstances that's around the world, but yeah, let's try and do better than I did last time I was in one of these. I think I only managed single digits in Bond, so yeah.
And Jacob is here as well. Jacob, how's it going?
I'm doing good. It's fun. I'm the only person here not international, which is weird. So I'm going to pull my international card and say, I'm Canadian. There we go. Sweet cracks today.
And to answer Jaybird's question in the chat, we're going to be recording that tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. But yeah, how these matches work is there's a main round of 30 questions, and they use that to build up as many points as they can, and then their last questions happen in a speed round of 3 minutes, where if they get a question wrong, they lose a point. If they get it right, they gain more points. But with that said, I'm going to go to the first question, which is, how does Luke first trigger Leia's message in Star Wars: A New Hope?
How specific do you want it?
Not overly specific. Like, if it's something around the same lines, then I'll accept. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. David. David, yeah.
Cleaning R2D2.
Dave.
Yeah, cleaning R2.
Jacob.
He's cleaning R2D2.
That is correct. The next question is, who provided the original voice of Boba Fett in The Empire Strikes Back? But 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dave. Jacob.
I couldn't think of it.
And David.
Jeremy Bullock.
He was the body. The voice was Jeremy Wingreen.
Huh.
But yeah, the next question is, in Return of the Jedi, who does Darth Vader say this quote to? That is correct, Commander, and he is most displeased with your apparent lack of progress. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Jacob.
Is it Admiral Piet?
David.
Moff Giorgio.
And Dave. Moff Giorgio is correct. The next question is...
Give me a few seconds, please.
Yeah,
My eraser is acting wonky.
Yeah. The next question is, in The Phantom Menace, why does Qui-Gon say that they have an advantage if they land on Tatooine as opposed to landing on a planet controlled by the Trade Federation?
Sorry,
It's all good. In The Phantom Menace, why does Qui-Gon say that they have an advantage if they land on Tatooine as opposed to landing on a planet controlled by the Trade Federation? Five, four, three, two, and one. David.
The Huts aren't looking for Queen Amidala.
Dave.
No,
And Jacob.
So I just put the Trade Federation wouldn't have jurisdiction.
But the Daves are correct. The next question is, in Attack of the Clones, Jar Jar proposed to give what to Chancellor Palpatine? Six, the 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dave. Jacob.
Ultimate control of the Senate.
And David.
I said emergency powers.
I'll accept all those wordings because that basically is what that proposition was. Right. The next question is, name both actors that have played Mon Mothma throughout the series. Right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jacob.
No, I couldn't think of it.
David.
Genevieve O'Reilly and Caroline Blankiston.
And Dave. Yeah. The next question is, name 3 of the 5 planets that feature in Force Awakens.
Oh, right.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. David.
Takodana, Jakku, and Dukar.
Dave. And Jacob.
I went Jakku, Takodana, and then Octu.
That is correct. I was counting Starkiller Base as a planet, even though it was technically not named. And also, when I tested these, my friend Kern said Hosnian Prime also featured, but we aren't too sure if that's a planet or the systems. But I would have accepted that as well.
Hosnian Prime is the planet, it's the Hosnian system.
Yeah.
Good job, Matthew Kearns.
But the next question is, in Attack of the Clones, when Obi-Wan shows Dexter the Camino Dart, Dexter says he hasn't seen one since he was doing what? 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Dave.
Prospecting.
Jacob.
I said mining.
David.
Put prospects in Subterrel.
That is correct. I'll accept prospecting and force prospecting on time. Subterranean. The next question is, who replaced Peter Mayhew as Chewbacca in the sequel trilogy? And I don't expect anyone to spell it correctly, so Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Jacob.
I can't think of it.
David.
Jonas Suotamo.
And Dave. And the next question, and even though I know it's not out on digital in the UK yet, but I did say it was going to be included. But as revealed in The Rise of Skywalker, C-3PO's programming is forbidden from translating what text?
By the way, I realized that it's not in Disney Plus in Spain either. So am I the only one that can't hear Dave?
I can barely hear him.
No, it's my headset.
Yeah. I think Malcolm completely froze on us, so there's that too.
Oh,
All right.
okay, we lost the host. Well, I guess it's over.
That's not fair. I can see your names, but I can't see my name. Malcolm, what in the world?
I can confirm your name is there, Jacob.
I'll believe you.
It's just not working at all.
I think that's better than the other one.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Go for what it is.
but yeah. Did you guys hear the question?
Yeah, I had the question.
David, what did you get?
Me?
Yeah.
Sith language.
Dave.
Yeah, I just went with Sith. Can't translate Sith.
And Jacob.
I put ancient Sith.
That is correct. The next question is, who does K2SO say this quote to? Congratulations, you're being rescued. Do not resist.
Who is he talking to, right?
Yeah, who's he talking to?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, stop muting me, Michael.
Well, I only heard a lot of echo, which is why I did that. As Jay says in the chat.
I can live with that.
Dave.
You're me, yeah?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Jacob.
Generoso.
And David.
Generous.
Right. The next question is, what did Han do to ensure that he won the Falcon from Lando at the end of Solo? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. David.
Take away Lando's hidden green silo.
Dave.
Took Lando's hidden cards.
And Jacob.
Yeah. He steals Lando's hidden card, so Lando can't cheat.
That is correct. The next question is, who voiced Palpatine in Star Wars The Clone Wars movie? Unfortunately, this was theatrically released, so I had to ask it.
Honestly, if you just look at it as a long episode of the series, it's not that bad.
That's debatable.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jacob.
Is it not Ian McDermott?
David.
Ian Abercrombie.
Dave.
Nah, I went Matt Lanter. I know he plays Anakin, but
Ian Abercrombie is correct. The next question is, who says this line in Star Wars: A New Hope? Don't you call me a mindless philosopher, you overweight glob of grease?
Malcolm, can I get a technical? I did not hear that.
Yep. Who says this line in a Star Wars: A New Hope? Don't you call me a mindless philosopher, you overweight glob of grease?
Malcolm, do we have 3 repeats?
Yes. Technicals don't count as a for you repeat.
Yeah. I hope.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. David.
C-3PO.
Dave.
C-3PO.
And Jacob.
No, remember, I just put Han Solo.
The next question is, when Leia, Chewie, and Han get off the ship in the giant space slug, what 2 clues alert Leia and Han that the cave isn't all that it seems? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dave.
Look, the whole thing moves when it's shot and damp ground.
Jacob.
I put the floor is wet and it's humid.
And David.
I put it moves when you shoot, and I don't know as many English, so I put floor squishy.
I'll accept Dave and Jacob answers because they did mention the moisture in the air and the ground. Unfortunately, yeah, the correct answer was the ground feels strange and there's a lot of moisture in the air. So yeah, unfortunately I can't give it to David, but yeah. But the next question is, what were the first 2 words spoken in Return of the Jedi?
Wait.
Sorry, can you? I need a repeat on that.
Yep. What were the first 2 words spoken in Return of the Jedi?
First 2 words you're saying, yeah?
Yep.
Oh. Fuck.
And 5, 4,
Repeat.
3, 2. What were the first 2 words spoken in Return of the Jedi? And I will say this question tripped up a few people in testing as well.
Ah,
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Jacob.
Who's there?
David.
is it landing control?
Dave.
I've just got RU. I thought, no.
It was Command Station.
Ah, damn it!
The common mistake a lot of people made in testing is they completely forgot that it started in space. It didn't go
Yeah,
straight
I
to
didn't
Tatooine.
forget that, but I couldn't get the quote.
The next question is: when Anakin meets Padme in the Phantom Menace, he asks if she's an angel. What planet's moon does she say? Does Anakin say that they live on? Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dave.
I don't think I'm right. Malastair.
Jacob.
This sounds like a good planet for angels. Helios.
David.
Moons of Diego.
That is correct. Right. In Attack the Clones, when Cliegg Lars was telling Anakin about his mother disappearing, he says that she left early to collect what? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. David.
The mushroom growing in evaporators.
Dave.
Mushrooms.
Jacob.
I put out water.
The Daves are correct. She was looking for those shrooms. The next question is: after Order 66 is executed, most Jedi across the galaxy are killed. Why do Obi-Wan and Yoda head to Coruscant? What is their immediate goal? Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heads down. Dave.
I've gone just to find Anakin.
Jacob.
There's a distress signal they want to shut down.
Of course.
David.
I put alter the coding message in the Jedi Temple to avoid the Jedi coming back.
Yeah, that's correct.
Now why to write down that?
I mean, you could have just wrote deactivate the beacon, but
I don't know how specific you want this, so
I don't. I'll say if I need something really specific.
okay.
In The Force Awakens, how long has R2-D2 been in standby mode for? And I'm not looking for an X number of years, just basically what C-3PO says there. Five, 3, 2, 1. Jacob.
The correct answer, a long time.
David.
I put since Luke went away.
And Dave.
Oh, and since Luke disappeared.
Yeah, I'll accept both of those since Luke disappeared. And while Jacob, you are technically correct for a long time, I can't accept that. The next question is: how many Oscars was The Last Jedi nominated for? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. David.
4.
Dave.
4.
Jacob.
I too put 4.
That is correct. What kind of ship was Paige Tico and her fleet of bombers trying to destroy at the start of The Last Jedi?
I am not going to spell it correctly.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Jacob.
Dreadnought.
David.
Dreadnought.
Dave.
Dreadnought.
I love that.
That is
Dave.
correct.
B.
The next question is: who was revealed as a rebel spy in Rise of Skywalker?
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna blank on it.
5, 4.
Repeat,
Three.
please.
Yeah. Who is revealed as a rebel spy in The Rise of Skywalker? In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. David.
General Hux.
Dave.
General Hux.
And Jacob.
I knew as soon as you said it, I'd remember it. I put the little ginger bitch.
I mean, technically you're correct. I needed a name.
I know.
But the next question is: who was the first character in the Rogue One team to die in the movie? Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dave.
Is it K2SO?
Jacob.
I put Bodhi Rook.
David.
K2SO.
K2SO is correct. Next question is: in Solo, what was the name of the planet where they go to process the War Coraxium?
Oh.
Five,
Oh my god.
3.
Repeat, please. Repeat.
In Solo, what is the name of the planet where they go to process the war coaxium?
Oh my god. Yeah, okay.
Jacob
Savarine.
and David.
Savarine.
Dave.
Savarine.
That is all correct. The next question is, how many credits total does Obi-Wan offer Han for them to fly them across the galaxy in A New Hope?
Oh my god.
4, 3, 2, and 1. David.
17,000.
Dave.
I've gone 14.
And Jacob.
I put 12,000.
17,000 is correct. The next question is, who killed Jango Fett in Attack of the Clones? And Jimmy's converting public credits into Canadian dollars, and he get Jacob
Mace Windu.
and David
Mace Windu.
and Dave.
Mace Windu.
That is correct. The next question is, what is the name of the rebel base on Hoth? Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. David.
Echo Base.
Dave.
Echo.
And Jacob.
Echo Base.
The next question is, what part of BB-8 did Rey fix when she first meets the droid? Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dave.
Antenna.
Jake.
His antenna.
And David.
And
That is correct. The next question is round. In A New Hope, what specific language does Owen ask C-3PO if he can speak?
Stupid pen. Stupid pen.
Jacob.
Bachi.
David.
Bocce.
And Dave.
In 3 different spellings of it, but Bachi. Bachi. Bachi.
That is correct.
It's a very complex language, apparently.
That was the main lead of that. So at the end of the main round, we've got David on 27 points, We've got Dave on 22 points, and we've got Jacob on 15 points. So, wait, as I get the timer set up. We've got 3 minutes on the clock, and the first question is: what color is Rey's lightsaber at the end of Rise of Skywalker? And 5, 4. And boards are up, actually. Jacob.
Orange.
David.
Orange bullshit.
Yeah,
And
I went white, meaning the white yellow, but however you want to say that.
I won't accept white, but because it was more yellowy orange.
Yeah,
But
it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I meant orange. I knew as soon as you started counting down, I know I was in trouble.
but the next question is: how many portions did Unkar Plutt offer to buy BB-8 for in The Force Awakens? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. David.
60.
Dave.
I went 80.
And Jacob.
I severely misheard that. Apparently, 16.
The next question is: how many Star Wars movies does Yoda have a physical appearance in that's not a voice cameo? Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Jacob.
7.
David.
7.
And Dave.
Yeah, I forgot one. I went 6.
That is unfortunate. The next question is: what are the odds that C-3PO gives to Han Solo in Empire Strikes Back for successfully navigating the asteroid field? Uh, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. David.
3,720 to 1.
Never tell me the odds. Dave.
Oh, right numbers, wrong order. 7,320 to 1.
Oh,
Dude,
Jake.
I did the same thing. 7,320 to 1.
The final question: what is the name of the pod race that Anakin participated in the Phantom Menace? Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And David.
Bunta Eve Classic.
Dave.
Boonta Eve Classic.
And Jacob.
The Boonta Eve Classic.
But that does bring this random match to the end, and it means that your winner with 31 points out of 35 is David Garcia. Dave, how's it going? How do you feel about that?
Well, this was tough. You stunned me with those. I am still mad about the space flag thing. Honestly, like I wanted to say the floor, I just didn't know how to say it. But the other two, the quote, I have it in my Quizlet. I haven't been able to memorize it quite yet. I knew it. I knew where it was coming from. But yeah, I'm mad about that. And I mean, the voice actor, Boba Fett. I am lucky that I knew the body actor. So, but this was a lot of fun. I have been waiting to jump in another Star Wars match for a while, and I think I proved that I am not rusty. So, if you allow me, I am going to talk. I don't know who is in the chat, but if any of the League of Shadows of Star Wars participants in the movie Tria Face Off are watching, you all are talking about the ones that are in the Fatal Four Ways. You all are talking about getting to Ruben. You all seem worried about Ruben, but guys, to get to Ruben, you have to get through me. So, and I haven't gone anywhere yet. This was a lot of fun. So, and I mean, they stumbled a little in the speed or double jeopardy round, but he was giving me a sweat. And Jacob actually came back in the speed round, so I couldn't really relax at any point.
Yeah. Is there any other sort of matches you want to throw out a challenge for
Star Wars
the
match?
random match?
Random match.
Well, I mean, not necessarily a Star Wars match, but any match
Well, honestly,
that you think you can take people.
Things I am confident enough to challenge are Star Wars and Harry Potter. I know Harry Potter is locked. I mean, I think Jay Barnes wanted to play me in a Star Wars in a rematch. So, at any point of the time, I say, let's make it happen.
But yeah, but Dave, you managed to sort of get tripped up in that in the speed round there, but you did pretty well. I think you that might have been the highest scoring match you've done, but you managed to end up with 19 points in the end. How do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, it's of all the ones I've taken part in, Star Wars is the one that I know the most about. I've taken part in the Bond one and did a Pauline, and my general trivia is on a pretty poor level. Star Wars is the one I was always the most confident about. I'm happy with how I performed. The speed round, those odd ones, I always get the wrong numbers. I always, every single time I go 7,000. Well, I should know by now it's 3, but yeah. The lightsaber one, I knew as soon as you finished counting down that I'd gone for the wrong kind of description for it. I meant the white, yellow, orangey, gold.
Yeah.
Didn't put it down enough, so that's another annoying one. But no, fair play to Jacob. Absolutely, totally deserved it. To only miss 4 questions is an absolute achievement, and fair play, Jacob. You pushed us all to the very end. I'm happy with how I played and just disappointed with the result.
But to you, is there any other challenge you want to throw out there? I believe I've still got you down for a few other ones anyway, but is there anything else you want to put our challenge on the table for?
Yeah, as I say, the only one really I know enough about to handle these kind of questions is Star Wars. Maybe a Bourne trilogy one, but again, probably not. I'll wait for a little while yet and bone up on some more questions first.
But Jacob, you put up a good performance there, but like you are up against the heavyweight and David, and Dave was pretty good as well. But how do you feel about your performance?
I mean, I definitely did a lot better than I thought I would. I have not been able to watch anything Star Wars for a while. I just had a lot of stuff going on. But I managed to be one above 500. I'm pretty proud of myself on that one.
But as I always like to say, you still did better than Tony Hield and James Bond.
Yeah.
And me in Bond.
But yeah, is there any other challenge you want to put on the table? I know you're down for a few others as well. Once again,
yeah. 'Cause, yeah, you have me down for a couple. I'd love to do like a full-on Nintendo one. And then also, because you want to do some fun random ones, I think world geography would be fun.
That is on the table. It's been on the table for a while, but yeah.
All right. I didn't know
Is that world geography, you said?
Well, they did say geography, but because I wanted the questions, there will be world geography. It's not going to be all American.
Yeah, chuck me in for that. Chuck me in for a bit of geography. I can handle a bit of that.
Let's do that.
Not me.
Yeah.
That doesn't, okay.
But yeah, that does bring us to the end of this. But this isn't going to be the last match of this week. Dropping on Sunday. I might even just do it live tomorrow. I haven't quite decided yet, but I put out a challenge for people to do a match based on movies that I like, and people picked out that challenge. So Brian Michaels, Jay Burns, and Mark Meyer is going to be taking part in the Malcolm's Favorite Movies match. So, and those that know my taste know that I don't really have a taste that you can predict. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And I think people are going to be surprised by some movies that are going to be in there. But David, where can people find you online?
What?
Where can people find you online?
Oh, right. Oh, okay. So I am. I think my presence is noted mostly in the movie trivia phase of Fan League. We have actually a kind of partnership with Full Metal, and we help each other and stuff. We are the 24th of May. We are doing a great event where Malcolm and I will be taking part. It's going to be World War Geek. It's a free for all inner geekdom, and it will determine our first ever movie to a face of Geek Champion. We are also going to have Michael Campbell facing Jake Maringioni in a title match pretty soon. We are actually taping it. Okay, that doesn't matter. We are going to have that, so please check us out in the movie trivia face of YouTube channel. And in that, they should be all the social media, because I am sorry, Elk, but I cannot remember them right now. And and in Twitter, I am _Spaniard. In Facebook, I'm David Garcia Alonso, so you can find me in there. And yeah, talk about Star Wars, Harry Potter, or contact me to try and get in the movie trivia face off. I am also going to make my debut in Full Metal Geek soon. I don't know when, but I can't wait for that as well. So yeah.
Dave, where can people find you online?
Yeah, I run a little podcast called That Made Your List, available on Apple, on iTunes, and through Podbean. It's basically average ordinary guy, me asking other people what their favourite films are. 20 questions, and they make the list from that. Available, as I say, on Apple, iTunes. Available on Twitter at That Made Your List. Instagram, which is perfect for an audio podcast of That Made Your List, and the Facebook page originally called That Made Your List. Go and check it out.
And Jacob, where can people find you online?
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook, Jacob E. West. Yes, that E is very important. You can also find me on Cool Guys in the Gang, on Nonsense all the time. I help run console chats every Thursday, I believe. And then also TMG Entertainment. I took the impossible job of replacing Malcolm. I run the late TV fights, but I also help out with all the other leagues as well as compete in them. So if you want to have fun without knowing stuff and debate, I can hook you up with that.
And you can find me over on Take 3 Productions, hosting late night with Take 3. And this week we're talking about DreamWorks animated movies. You can also find me hosting Rankum on Take 3 Productions. And this week we're talking about the top 12 Glee episodes with this special guest Video Drew is going to be appearing as well. You could also and we've got the movies Malcolm Loves Formula Random match coming this week, and then next week is going to be Doctor Who, specifically the New Who era, and that's going to be Caleb Coho taking on Jim Green, taking on Michael Wood. So it's going to be a lot of fun, but until next time, stay random.